All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops, a great millstone that rule well, that teach well, while I learn this truth 100% according to the Bible. I also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophet, servants, scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. And shalom to you, Akwaf, which are you sisters that are sincere, your children, shalom. And in today's video, as you can see, is going to be a little World War III news update, of basically things that are taking place. And I got this video here from NY Prepper, and as you can see from the title, it said, red alert, Trump to meet Putin in Alaska. You see, so I guess you got them talking about peace proposals and, coming up with a peace deal over there with the whole Ukraine situation. But we know what the scriptures have said, man. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And we know that ultimately we're living in a time of judgment, man. You see, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah is not bringing peace to the earth. That's St. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. So all of these peace deals and all of these peace negotiations that these nations are trying to come together with and to try to establish, it won't happen, man, because it's not the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. Because as it tells you, I'm going to grab that. This is Proverbs chapter 19, right? And I'm going to start at verse 21 in the KJV. And it says, there are many devices in a man's heart, meaning his mind. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord shall stand. You see, so the counsel of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah is going to stand regardless of what it is these leaders are basically talking about. Because in their mind, they think that ultimately they can come together with a peace solution where all of these nations are going to, ultimately be satisfied at the end of it. But that's not what's coming, because that's not the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. The Lord is going to bring judgment, man, and we're going to come into the time of war, which we're already in that season now, but it's going to only continue to escalate. And I'm going to actually go to that through the Spirit. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 in the KJV, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, right? And I'm going to go straight down to the point. This is verse 8. It said a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And that's the time and season we're in, a time of war, man. That's what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah has on this earth as of now, man. That's why you see so many different conflicts breaking out between these different countries, man, because that's the spirit that's in the earth, war. And nothing is going to stop that. And World War III is a part of prophecy, man. You see, and it's going to happen. You see, at the end of the day, despite all of the peace negotiations that these nations are trying to come up with, especially Trump, man, because that's what he's been pushing since he came in the so-called White House. He's been pushing for these peace deals, where every time you see this man talking about peace, then war immediately breaks out afterwards. Just like what just happened over there in Iran and Israel, maybe about a month or two back, when they allegedly came up with a ceasefire, and then they went right back to bombing each other, literally not even an hour or two after he established the peace deal. So like I said, man, no, we're not living in the time of peace, man. That's not what's coming. So I'm going to get into this video so we can listen to what it is the guy's saying. Like I said, just a little quick update video. But with that being said, fair use.
What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NY Prepper. It is Sunday, August 10th, 2025, and I have some breaking news to share with you guys. Right now it is 13:36 Eastern Time here in the United States, and we have some major breaking news coming in from the U.S. So, U.S. President Donald Trump has announced that he will be meeting with the Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska this coming Friday, August the 15th, for peace talks related to Ukraine. And what you're looking at on your screen is Trump's post on his Truth Social account. He said the highly anticipated meeting between myself as the President of the United States of America and President Vladimir Putin of Russia will take place next Friday, August 15th, 2025 in the great state of Alaska. Further details to follow. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Wow, so we have Vladimir Putin, international war criminal responsible for the death of thousands of people, arriving on U.S. soil this coming week on Friday. That is absolutely insane. And NBC News is reporting that the White House is discussing the possibility of inviting Zelensky to Alaska, but sources told NBC that no final decision.
All right. And we hear what it is they're basically saying. So they're talking about, inviting Zelensky, Vladimir Putin, and Trump, and all of them, I guess, having a sit down and trying to conduct peace proposals. But like I said, all of this stuff is going to fail. Because guess what? It's not the will of the Heavenly Father and His Son. So no matter what it is that they're ultimately talking about, they're going to establish and do, that's not what's going to take place, man. You see, at the end of the day, right? And I'm going to go to a few more precepts real quick, right? This is Proverbs chapter 21, right? And I'm going to start at verse 1. It said, the king's heart, meaning his mind, is in the hands of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So at the end of the day, even though you got these nations talking about peace now, the Heavenly Father is the one that's controlling them, man. So they can be talking about these peace deals one day, and then they go instantly right back to bombing each other the next, because at the end of the day, they're not in control of anything. This is all being orchestrated by the Lord, man. You see? And I'm actually go to another precept that I got. This is Isaiah chapter 46, right? Verse 9. But the point is at verse 10, right? And I'm going to be reading it in the KJV. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me, right? Verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done. What is that talking about? The prophecies that are ultimately not coming to pass yet, like World War III, right? Saying my counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure. But we know it's going to come because ultimately it's a part of the Lord's counsel. You see, as I just read, it's going to stand no matter what. So, World War III is going to happen, man. You see, it's a major part of biblical prophecy, man. You see, and it's already here, but we're just in the beginning stages of it. But it's going to continue to escalate. So I'm pretty sure more than likely that this peace deal that they are about to have is going to fail, man. They're not going to reach their ultimately, they're not going to reach the decisions and things of that nature that ultimately all of these nations want. And the Lord is going to do that, man. He's going to make them not come together with a peace deal or an agreement. Because like I said, that's not his counsel. That's not his will. That's not what he's bringing. He's not bringing peace to this earth, man, nor to these heathen nations. Right. So though they're talking about that, that's not what's going to be established. What's coming is judgment. You see? So I'm actually grab this precept that I got right here. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3 again, but I'm going to read it in the NLT. It says, when people are saying everything is peaceful and secure, right? Because that's what they're going to make a lot of these people believe. Let's just say push come to shove. They do say they got a peace deal between Ukraine and Russia. That's not going to last long, man, because guess what? Right after that happens, they're going to be right back to bombing each other within the next few hours or few days, man. So that's not going to happen, man. You see, but this is what they want to get into the minds of the people, because these people are simple, man. They're going to believe anything these people tell them. So once they tell them there's a peace deal, a lot of people is going to be believing it, and they're going to believe everything is going to go back to normal. You see, but it's not. It says, then disaster will fall on them as suddenly as a pregnant woman's labor pains begin, and there will be no escape. And that's what's going to happen. You see, that's what's coming for the world and to this place, America, man. When people thinking everything good, everything laxy-daisy, and people comfortable and living their lives being wicked, and the Lord gonna bring judgment, man. You see, so that's what's coming, man. We living in the time of judgment, not in the time of peace and, things going back to normal and nations coming together with peace deals and, stuff like that. No, man, that's not what's coming, man. Even though we know that's what a lot of you people want to see, but that's not the will of the Lord. You see? And we know the Lord's counsel is going to stand, as I read earlier. So, that's pretty much everything I had to say with today's video. Lord's willing, I pray it be edifying, just something quick through the spirit. If you brothers and sisters want to finish watching this guy's video, this is the name of the guy's channel, NY Prepper. You see, so you can go there and, finish watching the video if you interested in watching it. But yeah, that's what's going on. You basically got Trump and Putin plan to meet in Alaska for a peace deal. Right. So, yeah, to the next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.